Psalm 64 and 8. Psalm 64 and 8, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Yep.
All that see them shall flee away.
Yeah, they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. I mean, what does it mean to fall upon something? It means to basically bring it down. Just like you watch as a spirit. We do watch the scriptures, all right? Because when we read it, we read it and have illustrations in our mind. You know, so when it said, yeah, let me say this. So when you know King David and all the warriors, you reading the scriptures. I keep wanting to say watch. I keep saying watch. When you reading the scriptures, it said he fell upon him with the sword. So read that part again.
Yeah, it says so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
See, their tongue is gonna fall upon them, man. All right, meaning what? Bring them down, tear them to shreds. All right, go ahead.
It says, all that see them shall flee away.
Yeah, see, all that see them shall flee away. Meaning what? Notice the bullshit. To see means to have understanding, essentially. You know how we be like, oh, I see what you're saying, I see what you're saying. That means you have understanding. You understand what someone is saying. So when it says all that see them, when you understand the bullshit, they're gonna flee away. That's talking about the elect. Because only the elect have the proper understanding of what's going on. All right? Got more? Go ahead, Al.
This is 1 Samuel 9 and 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Most High, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
Let's speak on it.
Yeah, I brought that up because the brother kept saying, I want to say watch.
Oh, yeah, come.
And the man of the Lord, when they read the scriptures, it's like a movie in their head. They can see it, they can watch.
Yeah, you gotta have a vision. You know, con. The seers, the word for seer is ra'ah.
Yeah, ra'ah.
You know, which ra'ah can also mean the head. You know, so the seer is the head. All right. The scripture says what? Where there's no vision, the people perishing. So who gets the vision? The head, the seer, the prophet. Why? To show what? That there's hope. You know? Everybody, man, that's to show you who the real heads of our nation is, man. It's the people that can see afar off. You can't see afar off, then you ain't, you better, you're not fit to lead. You know?
When you take point in the army, in the military, you gotta see, man.
Yeah, you
got the enemy, you know.
Coming.
Huh?
That's right. Right.
Somebody
go ahead.
This is
bring on what y'all got. Come on.
This is Isaiah 13 and 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Yep. He says shake the hand, man. Bring judgment. Go ahead.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
That proves it's talking about. How do we know that's talking about prophecy? It said, I commanded my sanctified ones. What does it mean to be sanctified? Cleanse. How were they back then cleansed? They weren't. No. There's no way. The only thing that cleanses you is the blood of Yahweh Shai. Remember when you go into Hebrews the 9th chapter, it says if bullocks and goats and doves, if that was good enough, there'll be no need for Yahweh Shai. So you know that's talking about future prophecy because it said I commanded my sanctified ones. The only ones that are sanctified is the ones that are up under the banner of the blood of Yahweh Shai, which that's who the banner is. Go back to Isaiah 13.
This is Isaiah 13, when we start from the top. Verse 2, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, and exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go.
Hold up, what's the banner? The banner represents the word of the Lord. Who's the word of the Lord? Yahweh Shai. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. What's the high mountain? America. All right, go ahead.
Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
And that's where we at. We before the gates of the nobles, man. All right? This is the head of the beast right here, man. All right? The District of Columbia, Washington, that didn't even make sense, Washington, D.C. Can't even put that in a sentence. Washington District of Columbia. Whatever that means. You know? Gotta go into that later. You know, but go ahead.
I've commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
Right? Talking about the angels of the Lord too. Go ahead.
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
Yup. We rejoice in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. No one else. Only the elect rejoice in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
See, the noise of a multitude, what is that talking about? That's talking about the missiles. All right? Again, this is future prophecy. Go ahead.
Like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
See, that's talking about now, man. That never happened prior. The multitude of nations coming together. You might have had one, like, world's war. That's within the past 100 years. Within this generation. The past solar eclipse. You know, go ahead.
The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle.
Remember, he gathers it all together. He's setting up the pieces. You know, when you get ready to play chess, you put the pieces and where they supposed to go in battle array. Go ahead.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
See, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, meaning one side of the earth all the way to another. Go ahead.
Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
See, what weapon in the ancient world destroyed the whole land? All right? Going back, we can see this clearly, man. Clearly, this is, how you call it? It's vivid, man. You know? Go ahead. That's it?
Yeah, that's what
Okay, come, whatever y'all brothers got. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, Khan. This is Psalm 52, verse 5. It says, "The Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and the root out of thy land of the living. The righteous also shall see and fear."
The righteous shall also see and fear, man. Again, the scripture we all like to bring out. A wise man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. All right? Go ahead.
It says, "The righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. Lo, this is the man that made not Yahweh his strength,
Yeah.
but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness."
Right. And that's talking about Esau, man. He's the only one that strengthened himself in wickedness. Right? Because in the ancient world, people would strengthen themselves in their chariots, and their bow and their archers, and their swordsmen, on their horsemen. You know, like, we have a great army, we can fight, we can win wars. Esau got witchcraft. You know, like straight up high level you know, fuckery, man. You know? Sorcery. Go ahead,
That was it.
Go on. Go ahead.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
Yeah, man, the watchman is always constantly looking, man. You know? Go ahead.
Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
That's right, until you make Jerusalem a praise on the earth. How is that going to start? By waking up the men of the Lord. That's building up the kingdom of heaven. Because in Jerusalem was what? What was Jerusalem? The temple of the Lord. The temple of the Lord was broken down. Now we're building the temple back up. Why? Because Jerusalem is a people before a place. All those things back then were a foreshadow for things to come now.
Right.
All right? Is everything that happened prior to these times happened for these times. All right? Let me just read this real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 12. the hearing ear and the seeing eye, Yahweh have made even both of them. So it's not about actually looking, it's about what the Most High, the understanding that the Most High has imparted unto us, and the vision that He has given us. Why? Because we have faith. We came out, we listened unto the words of the Lord, we were taught the knowledge, now we come out and we teach the knowledge. Why? Because we constantly stayed, we constantly stayed on the breast, we constantly kept eating, you know? Constantly kept drinking the rivers of living water, man. Eating the bread of life, you know? So that, you know how they say, you know, which is carrots is nothing but hybrid, come to find out. Man, eat your carrots so you have good eyes. Well, we'll tell you drink the living water so you have good eyes, man. Or eat of the bread of heaven, you know, which, remember, who's the bread of heaven? Who's Yahweh Shai, remember he said, I'm that manna that fell from heaven. Yeah. You know? Remember he said, take off this bread, for it is my body.
Passover.
Yeah, he can't, because he's the Passover lamb. You know? It was all symbolic, man, for these times. Right? The disciples even back then didn't really understand it, man. All right? Whatever one's got.
I got what you quoted.
Yep.
This is St. John chapter 6, verse 47. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am that bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world.
Yeah, man, and that's a part of, that's a part of our blessing, that we will live many years, man. Remember we went into that Methuselah? Remember how long he lived? How long he lived? 969 years. You know? Why? Because number one, he had to be a man of the Lord, and he kept the Lord's statutes and commandments, man. You know? He was a man that was into life. There's no way you don't keep the Lord's statutes and commandments and live 969 years. You know? He was a great man. All right? But there's one that comes greater than Methuselah. All right? There's one that came to give everlasting life, man. All right? Go ahead, Op.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23. For the Most High created man to be immortal.
Yeah.
And made him to be an image of his own eternity.
The word immortal, M-I-M, means not. Mortal means death. The Most High created man to not to die. Read that again.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23. For the Most High created man to be immortal.
Yeah.
And made him to be an image of his own eternity.
Yeah, image of his own eternity. So when Adam was formed, he wasn't supposed to die. All right? But guess what? Sin occurred. What was the beginning of sin? Thank you. That's right. Scriptures say that. Through her came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. All right? So when Adam started hearkening to Eve, well, actually, she broke it first. She the one that she ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which she already had ate it, then came back and manipulated Adam to do it. By then, sin was already on board. It wasn't Adam didn't eat it and then sin was on board. She ate it and then was on board. Then sin existed. She began. She was the one to begin it. All right.
I got something.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 37.
I bet you Methuselah wasn't all into his woman. I guarantee that. Or however many women and you ain't got one woman now. This is 9 years, dog. I'm sorry. However many women Methuselah had, he wasn't just into one. I tell you that right now. And he wasn't all into her, man. You know, go ahead.
Sirach 37, verse 25. It says, the days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable.
Are innumerable, man. Why? Because that's the same seed, that's the same line from Adam. All right? The seed of Israel, the seed of Jacob, goes back to the line of Adam. And the oral tradition of Adam, man. All right? You know, and it's made to be innumerable, meaning Israel will never die off. You know? Esau, the Edomites are gonna die off. They're gonna be taken out of here. All right? You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13. It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression."
He trusted that broad. You know, he wasn't deceived. He's like, oh, this is my wife. She's gonna look out for me. She's my servant. So she's doing something good for me. Go ahead.
It says, "Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety."
Right, man. You know, basically, in order for a woman to be saved, she got to be up under her man. She got to be all up under that man. But now in church, they teach opposite. They get all the women up in the congregation, then they had the men up in there. Then they tell a woman to bring the man up in there. And then the woman be having side conversations with the pastor and shit. I've dealt with women. I gotta talk to my pastor. My pastor calling me. It's 9, 10 at night. Fuck he calling you for?
Hey, it was this Jake. They got it on camera. He drove his car into another dude's car. It was a pastor, man, and he said the reason why he did it, he caught the charge. The reason why he did it is because he said that the pastor had his wife's mind or something like that.
See, Scripture says what? Jealousy is the rage of a man.
Yeah, that's it.
In blood, he won't hold back.
He flashed the dude's picture on the screen. He looked like a Levite.
Yeah.
One of them.
Well, that nigga probably knew voodoo or something, man. You know, he probably showed her the Uman and Thuman. You know?
I mean, the pastor, you know, was probably popping her, man, you know?
How? More than likely. You don't get a bitch mind unless you pop her. All the way, I'll say. You can get a bitch mind, but if you don't pop her, because a woman, you could talk to a woman for mad long and she really be into you. And she throwing you the pussy, and you don't take that shit, she won't fuck with you no more. I don't want to talk to this nigga, you know? Because she doesn't feel wanted by you, you know? So after she's done chasing, she don't want to talk to you. So that nigga was hitting that shit, because her mind wouldn't be into that motherfucker. Because after a woman's mind is into you, then that's when they want to get the pussy. And then once they get the pussy, it's like the whole combination right there. And if you don't get the pussy, then she ain't gonna, fuck this nigga, he playing games. And they move on. So you know that nigga was hitting that shit, man. Wicked ass niggas, man. Pastors gonna get it, man. They call them, the scriptures call the churches harlot houses, man. You know? Go ahead, whatever y'all got.
This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 34. "For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance."
He won't spare in the day of vengeance, man. Remember God from what's the name of that movie? LL Cool J.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of that joint? In Too Deep.
Yeah.
Remember? He was like, yo, man, I was drunk, man. I'm slipping. He said, what? He said, you was drunk? Nigga, I'm drunk off revenge. You know why? Because he said, nigga, this nigga I went to school with want to talk to my baby's moms. He said, man, no, I was drunk, man. You know? And that nigga did some wicked shit to that. That shit's off. You ain't supposed to do no shit like that. But that's how far niggas are taking. You know? They want to inquire. That's right. That's Kush right there. Those are they ready. Concubiddies. You know? They gonna be, oh.
He's just waiting at this point, you know?
Yeah, you know.
He's just waiting.
Yeah. It's like, you know, it's always the guy in the movie too. He's like, all right, they'll be here. 5, 4, 3, 2. And by the time he say 1, they pull up. See, told you. You know, motherfucker got the inside scoop. And that's how we are, man. Just waiting, you know, they'll be here in a minute. Missiles will be here in a minute, don't worry. It's only gonna take an hour, you know, about nothing, you know. Just wait for that shit to appear, you know. Cause it's here, man. It's in front of people's faces, man. You know? All right, whatever brothers got.
This is Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
Yeah, only let us be called by thy name. Meaning they're gonna want to come up under the wing, man. You know, go ahead.
To take away our reproach.
Right, the reproach is what? When Esau comes down with that, like a flood. That with the rod, man, with this blessing, with the sword. All right, go ahead.
Verse, lost my spot.
Yeah, women ain't gonna be wanting to be called by multiple dudes' names, man.
Right.
Them days is out the window when all hell break loose, man. And a lot of these women that been dealing with multiple dudes, man, they gonna get their heads chopped off, man.
Yup, because they playing games.
Playing games, man. Jump with revenge, man. All women that been doing dudes dirty, playing games.
That's why you can't take these broads serious, man. Can't take these broads serious, man. None of them. Don't take none of these broads serious, man. Go ahead.
Verse 2. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel.
Yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to escape
Them that are
what's
escaped
about to
of
happen, man.
Israel. Kind. You know? But yeah.
Only a remnant is gonna be able to escape and fulfill this word right here.
Yeah, man. When it talks about in Israel, right? Why? Because that's talking about in the ghettos, man. You know? In your everyday ghettos, because Israel is a people for a place. So when it says escaped of Israel, meaning what? When the Gerger troops come and race riots, Esau come into the ghettos, you know, a lot of people are gonna be dying, man. The men of the Lord are gonna be safe though. All right, and then you have particular women that are gonna come up under those men. They're gonna escape from Israel, man.
Kingdom, we're gonna have a whole house, man. Ain't none of this you're dealing with your woman, one woman, you know what I'm saying? You might have a woman on the side, man. You're gonna have a whole house full of women, children. You're gonna have cities full of women, children, and they're gonna be yours, man.
Yeah, every woman's gonna have their own palace. You know? And then, you know, she gonna deck it up. Because the scriptures say that, man. A righteous woman basically take care of her house. A righteous woman builds up her house. So the woman, 14:1. Yeah, 14:1. When the women get in the kingdom, they're gonna be actually righteous. So they're gonna build up their house. They're gonna build up their chamber.
They're gonna have their servants.
Yeah, they're gonna have their, yup.
Of the other nations, you gonna be popping their servants.
That's
man.
right.
They're gonna give you their servants.
Yeah, our woman gonna be being carried, right? They're gonna be carried like how the Prince of Persia was carried, right? And they're gonna go into different provinces and they're gonna be selecting women like, look at her, look at her. You, I want you, I want you, you know? And then they're gonna bring them amongst themselves. You know, and then they're gonna be their servants to butter them up, and then we're gonna see them and pop them.
And then those servants, they're gonna go through the customary shaving of their head.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna keep that
No.
law.
Well. If they're raped, and then they're gonna shave their head. You know, because really, that's when they shave their head, that's a symbolic to saying you're not up under that man anymore. So them young handmaids and shit like that, they're not gonna have no man. So they ain't gonna be no need to shave their heads. You know, because that shaving of the head, that's when you went to the land of your captives and you killed all the men off and you took the woman. Then you shave the head and pare the nails. You know, but ain't gonna be no need for that. We're gonna get them nice and young. They ain't gonna need to shave their heads. Everything's gonna be ours, you know? Because that shaving of the head also resembled that what? That she belonged to a new man, you know? We're gonna have, it's already gonna be labeled. You know, they're gonna be their product. Their product.
Cultivate.
Yeah, we're gonna cultivate. We're gonna nourish them. We're gonna have them smelling good. You know, eating right, bathing right. You know, eating the right foods, the good perfumes, all that, man. Whatever brothers got.
Go to Isaiah 60.
Yeah, get that for the brother.
This is Sirach chapter 26, verse 13. It says, The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much more. Salakia,
Did
so
I just
much.
say a silent and loving woman? A silent and loving woman? A silent loving woman?
It says it's a gift of the Lord.
I guess we ain't got too many gifts nowadays.
God. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Yeah, so the woman, the righteous woman, you want to be righteous, best to be silent, man.
Shut your damn
Shut your
mouth.
mouth, man.
That's how Johanna said it. Shut your damn mouth.
Silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
Yeah, close it up, Bob.
Yeah, we're going to get gifts in the kingdom, man. The spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But with that, man, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers pushing the word. Until next time.
Shalom.
So, I just hit the red button.